Before we go into the asymmetric stack deadlift, I'm gonna gotta do a couple prerequisites first. So here's the progression that I like to do. First we'll start with a double forearm handstand. It looks like this. This is double forearm handstand. How to do? Bring your arms in double cup grip. Cup grip means all the fingers are on one side, so not like this, but like this, kind of like Lego hands. Cup both arms on top of each other by the ground and make this triangular shape with your elbows. Most important part is your head always stays above the ground, never touches the ground. Maybe like an inch and maybe inch or two, something like that. Make sure your head is always in the air. In order to do this, I do go in double cup grip. Bring your back and your butt, especially your butt, as close as you can to the pole. Walk yourself as much as you can to make it easier for you. One leg kicks up straight, other leg follows. Now I'm in a stand. Come down slowly with one leg and exit. Common mistakes with this one. One is that people don't get close enough to the pole. So if my back is not touching the pole, I'm going to show you how it may look like. If I'm here, notice I have a huge gap between me and the pole. It will be very hard to kick, and it feels a lot more scary than it should be. So bring my back to the pole, all the way up, kick, and come down. Another very common mistake that I've seen folks do is kicking with a bent leg, which does not provide enough momentum. It looks like this. Instead of keeping my leg straight, I'm gonna bend it, and it's kinda hard, because I cannot get it over. Kick with a straight leg, and kick as much as you want to come up. It doesn't work the first time, just do it the second time. And come back down. So that's a double forearm handstand. Once you got this covered, try to come down with slow and controlled, without much thumping on the ground, and try to come up also slow and controlled. The next progression of this move, you're gonna go to the single forearm handstand. Handstand, it looks like this. This one is very similar to the double. Notice that I'm not in a cup grip here. I actually grabbed in handshake grip or baseball grip. Either way, it's totally fine. And I'm going to come down in a very similar fashion. One leg down first, other leg down first. So how to do this one? Top hand is in twisted grip and shoulder is behind the pole. Later on we can move it. I'll show you that in a minute. For now, come right next to the pole. Put your shoulder on the pole. Start sliding down. Down, 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 down. Until you slide quite a bit. Move your hand up, grab in twisted grip on the other side of the pole. Keep sliding. Put the forearm on the pole. Basically in the same position as we have to when we did the double forearm, but now we just do it one. And my head is above the ground, everything else is the same. Bring my back as much as I can. Make sure your shoulder is behind the pole, not to the side. Behind is easier. Kick one leg up. straight leg, and come down. So common mistakes with this one. Usually people are afraid to kick because you're kind of on the side of the pole. You might think, oh, what happens if I fall the other side? You would fall on your feet. Don't worry about that, I'll show it in a minute. But if you want to make sure that your leg catches, what I like to do is, once I get into position, I look at the pole. I look at my inside leg. I look at the pole. And I kind of put my inside leg to the side here. I'm thinking, catch the knee pit of the inside leg on the pole. I look at the pole again, I look at my leg, and now I'm ready. I relax my head in neutral position, and I try to kick my leg inside to catch the knee. That makes it a little easier and safer for me. Once I'm in this position, I can get my leg straight and come down. Here's how it looks from another angle. Yeah, let's do this side. Around the pole, bring your butt as close as you can, kick the leg, and I'm up. And when I'm ready, you can show here, or you can come down one leg, other leg. So that's the single forearm stand. But what if you fall on the other stand? I will over kick on purpose now, and I will try to miss the pole to show you what happens if I start falling on the other side. You will fall on your legs. I have never seen anyone fall any other way except on their legs. There's something about the brain that says go to your legs, and people go to their legs. It's totally fine. So, in case you're afraid that you might fall, you could try this yourself and see how it feels, or you can go slowly and listen to your body. Some variations of this move, so it matters where I put my forearm. If I put it at 45 degrees here, it gives me a better base, so it's easier to kick. I can also put it at 90 degrees, which gives me a little different base. It's a little harder, but it's good to experiment with both and see how it feels. There is a nice cool move that you can do from here, and that's a very good prep for Ayesha. I'll show you the move first, and then I'll explain how it works. So, what I did was two things. First, you go up and keep your legs straight. If you feel comfortable, and eventually, if you do this multiple times, it will become a comfortable move, and you'll be able to just chill with your legs up. Notice my shoulder. I start with my shoulder behind the pole like usual, and I grab up. And I'm gonna go up the same way you just did. And now I'm up. From here, to go into the Ayesha prep move, I'm going to slide to the side. My shoulder is now free. I'm gonna turn my body towards the pole, legs down, legs up, pull the pole with my hand, and come down. So notice that my shoulder was a little at an angle. That's because I started at 45 degrees. This is where you want to play with the angle on the bottom hand. If you start at 9 degrees, it might be a little easier. And that's the Ayesha prep move. We can now move to the next move. Same thing. I'm just taking it just a little bit higher up and still on the ground. So one hand press. So bottom hand presses, top hand grabs. I start with the inside leg, same as before, but instead of forearm I have my hand. I'm going to kick up. And I'm here. From here you can also do things, which I just found out, so I'm going to do it again. Shoulder behind the pole, other arm next to the pole, grab up. And I'm in a handstand. Come down slowly and exit. How this works? Works exactly almost the same way as the previous ones. If you're comfortable with the previous ones, you can start trying this one. Come to the pole, shoulder behind, slide down, twisted grip. My bottom hand, I'm gonna put about shoulder distance apart, so kind of like where my foot is a little closer, and I'm pressing into the floor, actively shrugging my outside shoulder to my ear. Other hand is pulling on the pole. You can regrip a little, I might go a little higher or a little lower. Make sure your bottom hand is not bent. If it's bent, you'll make it harder, so push the bottom hand first, get the top hand next. Very important, don't look straight down. Look towards the back a little. I can look at the pole again, make sure I catch it with the leg. Inside leg will go up, pull the pole with the inside hand, push the floor with the outside hand, kick the leg, and come up. If you have trouble doing this, something you can try is go with both legs straight and try to build control. So I'm not aiming to go in a handstand, I'm just aiming to go for slow control. Things like this. You might be, that's totally okay. Or you might be here. So make sure you don't slam like this, but you go up, come down slow, as slow as you can. Once you master this, you can now move to the asymmetric stack deadlift, which it might actually be a little easier than the plain kick, as long as your body is aligned properly. Asymmetric stack deadlift, the stack part means it doesn't require as much power to lift up, because we are trying to put the hips over our shoulders. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna show it first, then I'll talk to it. So, what happened here is a couple things. This actually felt much more controlled and easier because I stacked my body. The other option is a power lift, which means engage a lot of muscles. You need to have a lot of muscle connection in between the pecs and the shoulders. To do that, it's going to get a lot harder. But when we do the asymmetric stacked version, we can slowly move our body into position and make our life a lot easier. So, how to do that? Come to the back of the pole, grab the top. It's very important where you put your bottom hand here. I don't want to put it too far pass the power too far before. I'm thinking about the center line of the paw, aligning with about the tips of my fingers, so about here. The next thing I want to do is my outside leg is coming on the tippy toes further out from the hand, and I'll show this from a different angle. And I'm thinking about taking my outside shoulder and leaning it over the wrist. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but there is a very slight rotation. Instead of me leaning forward, I lean and rotate sideways. This brings my shoulder and part of my side torso over my shoulders, which can help with the deadlift. My inside leg is coming and trying to kick behind me, and this is the starting position of my deadlift. Now the only thing I have remaining is to bring the inside part of my hips over my shoulders, and to do that I'm going to drive the inside knee through the bottom of my ribs. So I'm going to start driving the inside knee through the bottom of my ribs until I feel that I have now a stack. You would feel that you have balance to lift from here. And to come back, just do it in reverse. Okay, so that's the technique. I teach it every other Friday in my O2 classes. If you come there, you can try it out. Or you can try it if you feel confident. And if you try the others, you can try them on your own. Here's how it looks from a different angle. Come behind the pole, slide down. This is my pole center line because I'm kind of like facing diagonal here, so I'm going to align my fingers with the center line. Grab the pole. Outside leg is on tippy toes. Tip the shoulder, the outside shoulder. Rotate it a little and tip over the body. Kick the inside leg. And then drive the knee through my inside ribs to lift up. Come down one leg, then the other. So this is an asymmetric stacked deadlift handstand on the pole. I just want to mention that I've tried this many times over months. It's definitely not something I got on the first try. Probably more than 100 repetitions of all the previous ones that really helped me build a base and some sort of awareness where my leg is going. And we do have a lot of variations that I go through if you come to the level 2 classes that I teach on Fridays. Okay, see you.